best.
Your job's a joke, you broke. Your love life's the away. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Pajama video podcast series. My name is Amy and today I am recording with Allison.
Hey guys!
You can't see, but she just waved. Trust me. Today we're going to introduce you to a website called Canva. So Canva is a free graphic design tool that allows you to quickly and easily create custom graphics for classroom use. Allison and I both really love this tool because there is a ton of pre-made content that you can customize with very little effort, or you can create a graphic from scratch with all of the different design elements that are offered. So this is just a quick overview. We're not going to cover everything about this website step by step. We encourage you to check out the tutorials on the site that we'll direct you to in a minute to familiarize yourself with the site. So let's get started!
So the first thing you want to do is go to www.canva.com in your web browser, and you'll come to a page that looks like this. And there's a few different options to get started. If you're already logged into your school Google account, then you can just click the sign up with Google button and it'll give you a few little warnings, and you can click allow, and then you'll be in Canva ready to go with your Google account. Or if you'd rather sign up with email, you can also click on that button. But because we've already created our account, we're just going to come up here to the login button and log in with Google. And the first thing I want to draw your attention to is this little Learn to Design button over here on the left, that if at any time you need a little extra help, you can click here and it'll bring you to a tutorials page. So we're going to go back into our Canva page. And first we're going to show you some examples of how you could use this in your classroom yourself and with your students as well as a creation tool.
So looking at a few teacher examples, I'll show you in a minute how you actually start to make some of this stuff, but we wanted to show you some things that were pre-made first just to give you the big picture. The first example I'll show you is of a certificate. So there is a template in here for making certificates, and basically all you have to do is change the information for your student name and your school and put your name in here, and then you have this beautiful certificate that you can print off for your kids. Another example is for making things for social media. So if you have a school Instagram account or classroom Instagram account or a Facebook page that you run for the school, Canva has pre-formatted templates that are ready for social media, especially for things like Instagram where it prefers you have a square format. This can be really handy. So we've made one here for Muffins with Mom. And another example for using this in the classroom as a teacher is anything you need to create a class poster for. You can do that easily using the poster template in Canva. So here I've created one for the stages of the water cycle. I can print that off and hang it in my classroom and have that reminder hanging on the walls.
So just as easy as it is for teachers to create posters for the classroom, you can also have your students log into this. They can just log in the same way with their Google account, and they can create their own posters as well. More of like a project-based learning tool for them. So they could create a poster on famous Americans. After they've read a book, they can create a book review and actually create the book jacket to go with a book talk on here. They can just create a summary of what they've learned. There are also a lot of templates that are for creating brochures. So I'm going to show you an example. There's an option to collaborate with others on this. So I'm going to actually go into the shared with you section because I created this under my account, and we'll talk more about how to collaborate on a design as well in a little bit. This is an extension activity that some second graders are going to be doing. They're going to create an amusement park brochure with an agenda showing different times and what they're going to be doing at the amusement park. So they're actually going to come in here and edit a template that I've already created with their plan for the day. Another option for your students is to create an infographic. Here's just a quick one that was a template that we pulled. It's a little pet survey, but they can create an infographic about anything. And within Canva, the template's already there for you to just plug your information into.
So let's take a look at how you actually make something. There are two ways to create something within Canva. You can go with a pre-made template and, like we've said a few times now, just plug your information in if you want the quick and easy option. Or if you want to do a little more work and like the graphic design side of this site, you can create something from scratch. So we'll start with creating something from a template. So to do that, you see the big green button on the left-hand side that says Create a Design. Click on that. And then based on what dimensions you want your end product to be, you choose your design type. So if you wanted to do something that was presentation like PowerPoint size, you could choose the presentation one here. You've got social media. This is square format, great for Instagram, like I was saying earlier. You've got Facebook posts, all kinds of stuff in here to choose from. And keep scrolling and things pop up in here that I would not have even considered wanting to make. An example of that would be the gift certificates, which would be great to create class coupons or homework assignments. Any little slip of paper that you want to give for positive reinforcement, you could use that template. We are going to look at certificates. I gotta find them first. There we go. So looking at your templates on the left-hand side, you want to find things that say free in the bottom right-hand corner. There is free content and there's paid content within Canva. Anything that's free, you'll see has this little icon. If it's not free content, you'll see when you hold your mouse over the template or over the image, a $ appears in the bottom right-hand corner. It will actually still let you select that content, but if you tried to download it, it would say that you have to pay. And I think it's pretty inexpensive, but there's plenty of free content, so you shouldn't really need to buy anything. So I'm going to show you how to edit a certificate. I've clicked on the Happy Birthday certificate, and to edit it, I just double click on what I want to change. So if I don't want it to say Happy Birthday, I can change that and make it say whatever I want. I can easily just type a new name in here. Happy birthday, Allison.
Thanks.
It's not actually her birthday. If there's not a text box where you want a text box, you can add that so you don't have to handwrite that in. So on the left-hand side, we're currently looking at layouts, but there are elements that we'll look at a little bit more in just a minute. If I want to add a text box, I just click on the Text tab, and these are basically just different sizes. I want the text box to be relatively small, so I'm going to click the smaller font. And I can drag that to where I want it to go, which is on this line. And I can type the date here. And I do have options up here to change the font that I'm seeing. There's a whole bunch of different pretty fonts to choose from. I can edit the size of the font here, so it's not just based on the text box that I choose. I can change the color. So I have all different kinds of options for editing that font once I actually create the text box. I can copy my text box so I don't have to remake it, which is nice. Just drag it where I want it to go. Type my name in here. And once I have my text how I want it, I also have some options for changing things like the background. So I can make this background change into different colors. And I have some more options down here. A lot of these patterns are free, but the more you scroll, the more you'll start to see content that's paid. And here I can actually see the price of this content. So I have even more modification options within this background tab. There is more stuff you can play with here besides just the background and the text boxes. Pretty much everything, even within pre-made templates, is editable. So we encourage you to just get in here and play around. If you click on pretty much any design, you can change the size of it, you can change the color of it, you can get rid of it if you don't like it. So there's lots and lots of options for customization here. In addition to being able to change the colors and sizes of some of the things on the templates, you can add your own things as well under the Elements tab. So I have selected illustrations here, when you first click on this tab, these are the options you have available. Illustrations has a lot of free, it looks like clip art basically. And if you find something you like, you just click and drag it over to your design. And then you have edit options for this graphic as well, just like you did with the background and some of the other parts of the template. So you can change your colors here if you don't like the colors that it comes with. Lots of ways to make this your own.
That's awesome. So when you're finished with the design, there's a few different things that you can do. You can download this template, and when you click the download option, a PNG file is the recommended file type, but if you click on this drop down arrow, you can also download it as a JPEG or a PDF. In this case with a certificate, I feel like I would want to download it as a PDF so that I can print it. And then I'm going to click on the download button. Hold tight, preparing your design.
This is exciting.
Yes. Okay. So then down here, it's called Amy PDF. I'm going to click open, and it has my certificate in a new tab, and I can just click on my little print button and print from here. I'm going to close out of that and go back to my Canva page. You can also share something with someone else. We talked about this a little bit earlier when we talked about collaborating with someone. You can invite people to join your design and collaborate with you by typing their email address down in the box. And then you can give them the option to either just view your file or be able to edit it with you. Very similar to when you're working on a file in Google Drive. You can also share the link with them and be able to, whoever you've shared the link with, choose whether they can edit or just view the document. I can copy it to my little clipboard, and then I can paste that in an email to someone to invite them that way. And if you have a class web page, you have to make your design public in order to do this, but you can share your design through your web page.
So we talked about how to create a certificate from a template, how to share it, how to download it, how to make it into something you can actually use and have to hand to your kids. Let's look at how you create something from scratch. So again, we'll go to the Create a Design button. And I'm choosing the format that I want my design to be in. So for this, I'll choose Poster. I see my templates pop up again on the left-hand side, so if I wanted to, I could choose one of those, but I want to make something from scratch. I don't want to use a template. I'm feeling fancy. So once again, I can hop down to the background button if I want and select a solid color for my background. I like this stripy color. Now that I have my background, I'll hop up to the Elements button. Under the Elements tab, this is where you'll find things like your shapes, your lines, lots of free illustrations. This is basically where you find graphics to add and build your design. You can even search for images up here. Most of the stuff that you pull up in searches isn't free, just to give you a heads up. So I can grab the image I want and resize it. If you want realistic photos, there are free photos to choose from here. And you can drag in grids and frames that are compatible with pictures that you can upload from the internet or pictures you have on Facebook or wherever under the Uploads button. And they'll format to that grid shape. So here we have a really dynamic looking class rules poster. Doesn't make a ton of sense, but magically we have a class rules poster that is logical. If I want to add a text box or text features, I can go to text, and we talked about the text boxes up here, but there are some fancier elements that you can drag in and type whatever you want them to say. So there's tons of stuff within Canva. We have showed you how to share and download things. Make sure you're saving your designs under the file and save. They will save automatically, but that's a good step to do just in case. We want you to get around in here and just play. You're not going to hurt anything. Tons of neat features to explore. Thanks so much for watching our training. I'm Amy.
And I'm Allison. And if you have any questions after watching this, let your building dart know.